Chapter 7. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people who were with him, rose up early and encamped beside the spring of Harod, and the camp of Midian was on the north side of them, by the hill of Moreh in the valley. The Lord said to Gideon,
You have too many men, the one giant fear must go.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, My own hand has saved me. There returned of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. The Lord said to Gideon, The people are yet too many.
I'll take them to the water and I'll sift them there.
And the Lord said to Gideon, Everyone who laps of the water with his tongue, as a dog laps, him shall you set by himself. Likewise everyone who bows down on his knees to drink. The number of those who lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, was 300 men, but all the rest of the people bowed down on their knees to drink water. The Lord said to Gideon,
I'll save you with the 300 men, and the rest of them must go home.
So the people took food in their hand and their trumpets, and he sent all the men of Israel, every man to his tent, but retained the 300 men, and the camp of Midian was beneath him in the valley. It happened the same night that the Lord said to him, Arise, go down into the camp, for I have delivered it into your hand. But if you fear to go down, go with Purah your servant down to the camp, and you shall hear what they say, and afterward shall your hands be strengthened to go down into the camp. Then he went down with Purah his servant to the outermost part of armed men who were in the camp. The Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east lay along in the valley like locusts for multitude, and their camels were without number, as the sand which is on the seashore for multitude. When Gideon had come, behold, there was a man telling a dream to his fellow, and he said,
I had a dream that a piece of barley bread came tumbling down a hill in the Midianites' camp. It struck a tent with such a force that the tent fell down and collapsed.
His fellow answered,
This must be Gideon.
Into his hand God has delivered Midian and all the host. It happened when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation of it, that he worshipped. And he returned into the camp of Israel and said, Arise, for the Lord has delivered into your hand the host of Midian. He divided the 300 men into 3 companies, and he put into all the hands of all of them trumpets and empty pitchers with torches within the pitchers. He said to them, Look on me and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outermost part of the camp, it shall be that, as I do, so shall you do. When I blow the trumpet, I and all who are with me, then blow you your trumpet also on every side of the camp, and say, For the Lord and for Gideon. So Gideon and the 100 men who were with him came to the outermost part of the camp in the beginning of the middle watch, when they had but newly set the watch. And they blew the trumpets, and broke in pieces the pitchers that were in their hands. The 3 companies blew the trumpets, and broke the pitchers, and held the torches in their left hands, and the trumpets in their right hands with which to blow, and they cried,
A sword for the Lord and for Gideon!
They stood every man in his place round about the camp, and all the host ran, and they shouted, and put them to fight. They blew the 300 trumpets, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, and against all the host, and the host fled as far as Beth-shittah towards Zerah, and as far as the border of Abel-Maholah by Tabbath. The men of Israel were gathered together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of all Manasseh, and pursued after Midian. Gideon sent messengers throughout all the hill country of Ephraim, saying, Come down against Midian, and take before them the waters, as far as Beth-barah, even the Jordan. So all the men of Ephraim were gathered together, and took the waters as far as Beth-barah, even the Jordan. They took the 2 princes of Midian, Oreb and Zeeb, and they killed Oreb at the rock of Oreb, and Zeeb they killed at the winepress of Zeeb, and pursued Midian.
We're making a movie.
Yes, we are.
and they brought the heads of Oreb and Zeeb to Gideon beyond the Jordan.